I have updated my playlists to help you find what you're looking for, anything from controversial topics that are relevant to Christian geeks, interviews with creators like author Brent Weeks and The Chosen's Dallas Jenkins, growing in faith as a geek, tabletop gaming, comic books, video games, movies, and TV shows, or you can just get to know me a little bit better. There is a playlist for you with more content being added to them all the time, so I hope you'll take a look and enjoy what you find. Thanks. Our friends over at Lorehaven.com are putting out reviews all the time for books written by Christians that are in various geek genres, sci-fi, fantasy, horror, stuff like that. So I thought I would share close to a handful of them with you right now and see if you guys are interested, based on this, in getting more of this kind of content from me. I don't tend to read Christian geek genre fiction, but I love pointing people to it and letting them know what's out there, and so I'm happy to bring these reviews, these concise reviews to you, thanks to our friends over at Lorehaven.com. So the first one I'm going to point to is called All the Queen's Sons by Elizabeth Kipps. The Lorehaven team writes, "All the Queen's Sons from Elizabeth Kipps will delight both young and old fans of level-headed girls, charming princes, and lovely lands." They go on to say, "Don't judge a man until you've walked a mile in his shoes, even if those shoes are fit for royalty." Elizabeth Kipps' All the Queen's Sons is a unique retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses tale, only this time with princes. A plucky shoemaker's daughter determines to learn why the ballooning shoe-related needs of the kingdom's mysterious princes now monopolize the family business, a development she resents. But as she discovers their secrets and accesses their world formed beneath the weight of the looming crown, she learns that people are more complex than the simple fitting of their feet. A fun, unique take on the well-known story, All the Queen's Sons will delight both young and old fans of level-headed girls, charming princes, and lovely lands. The review team says that it's best for fans of fairy tale retellings, kingdom adventure, family bonds, and loyal hearts. And some points you may need to discern your way through include mild rebellion against parental control, misunderstanding with families, and an unpleasant neighborhood bully. The next book up is Heart of the Curiosity by H.L. Burke. The Lorehaven team writes, "Magical ability or knack for trouble? Leandra and little sister Muse are young orphans in H.L. Burke's young adult novel Heart of the Curiosity. They both escape from a carnival and flee to the biggest theater in the city, the Curiosity. In a beautifully drawn steampunk world, everyone has a knack. Muse, a dancer, can levitate. Leo hates her own knack for influencing emotions. The carnival boss used her to get people to buy tickets. Surely it will be different at the Curiosity. Leo just wants to protect her sister, not herself, but as mystery and romance unfold, it becomes apparent she needs inner healing from abuse. Can Paxton, part of the quirky family that runs the Curiosity, team up with Leo to find the theater's fabled power source while helping her see her future? Biblical themes dazzle throughout the wonder at the heart of this tale. They say that it's best for teen readers and older, and points to discern through include violence and moral complexity, such as when people kill in self-defense but then hide the deaths from corrupt police. Third is, well, here we go, I'll give it my best shot, A Kiniwazi Saga, A Light Rises in a Dark World by M.D. Boncher. Brother Finn has one final mission before his sentence is carried out: barter food for children and deliver the children to the church. His task might have been so simple if not for the demons. M.D. Boncher's fantasy novel Akiniwazi Saga. Akiniwazi Saga. M.D. Boncher's fantasy novel, A Kiniwazi Saga, A Light Rises in a Dark World, is seasoned with a pinch of alternate history and a dash of horror. In a world where Vikings colonized North America and this land is haunted by malevolent spirits, generations live and die in an endless struggle to hold the country. A Christian framework turns battles with unearthly creatures into spiritual warfare. Religion is elemental to the story, from the gospel to demonic mischief to the old divisions of Christendom. This narrative sometimes feels detached, and the villainy of two characters strains realism. All the same, a Kiniwazi saga is a fascinating blend of history, religion, and sinister folklore. They say that it's best for fans of dark fantasy and spiritual warfare novels, and points to discern through include several battles, multiple characters die gruesome deaths, harm to children, grisly imagery, and some readers may be troubled by negative treatment of Native Americans and Catholic theology. Cool looking cover on that one. And finally, Operation Grendel. This one's by Daniel Schwabauer. Schwabauer? Schwabauer. That's what I'm going to go with. Daniel Schwabauer. The team at Lorehaven writes, when you're fighting to keep your free will, sorry Daniel by the way, you need to know who you are. But what if your mission requires a false identity? In Daniel Schwabauer's Operation Grendel, Corporal Raymond Dahl, propagandist for the beleaguered United Colonies, receives a terrible assignment. Cover the peace talks that will abandon millions of people to an enemy who enslaves minds. But when events spiral out of control and reporter becomes negotiator, Raymond must come face to face with that most deadly of masters, his own heartfelt desire. With terse prose and hairpin twists, this galactic noir sizzles through the circuits of the human soul. Alienation, the kind you don't need light years to experience, forms a recurrent theme. Bullets fly, artificial intelligences probe, and reality melds with illusory augmentation. But when the connection drops, don't look away. The operation may not be over. They say that it's best for young adults and adults seeking a dark and twisty noir, and points to discern include military sci-fi violence, depictions of torture, references to cohabitation, some sensuality, and disturbing imagery. Well, there you go, guys, 4 books for your consideration. Let me know if you'd like for me to adapt more of this type of content from Lorehaven compared to the articles that I usually adapt. I'd be definitely very interested to get your feedback in that regard, but that is all for now. Again, you can get a ton of great content over at lorehaven.com, so I hope you go check them out. Thanks for watching.
Do you believe in the supernatural?
Download the Legacy Edition of Spirit Blade, a full cast audio drama, for free at spiritblade.com.